I want to clarify a few things about the Fox News appearance I made yesterday on America's Newsroom with, Chin McHair guy. I'm not sure. First of all, let you. If you want the epitome of what it's like to go on there, okay, I can't see them. I'm over at Fox 9 here in town. That's their local affiliate, so I'll go and I do it on their camera there. I'm at Fox 9. I'm staring into a blank camera, so I have no idea what's going on. There's no way to relay it back here. I am listening to the interaction over a phone line on an earpiece, okay?
Oh, they still have that going on? Well,
it was better this time than it was last time, but it was still, pretty there. So the guy gets on, and what this is it's their talk radio roundtable. And they find a conservative guy, and they find a liberal guy. And my guess is that they have a bevy of conservative guys. The guy that get on the air, the host, all of a sudden just starts chuckling it up as, I love your jokes about these guys on the left. You're always so funny. Ha, ha, ha. And just, kind of, off the air. We're not on the air. And he's doing this, the guy says a joke. I didn't even hear the punchline, but it wasn't that good even. If I've tried to think of what the final word could have been that would set the guy laughing. But, it just, like I said, Fox News neutrality, laughing it up at this and, talking about, that I didn't have a tie on because it's a Sunday. You want me, I'm not going to put a tie on. I decided that's just you're getting too much from me, just getting buttons on a shirt, okay? So I go over there. I sit down. The topic's going to be Biden. Now, I want to be very clear about something. I have personally no doubt that Biden did what he probably is being accused of doing. It's Joe freaking Biden. This guy he has a really bad habit of touching women in a way which would be more similar to a father putting his hand on the shoulders of his daughter and giving her a kiss on the back of the head, which is fine, kind of sweet. If it's a dad to their daughter, here you go, proud of you, off you go. It's not when it's a colleague. It's not kind of sweet. It's creepy, and you don't want to do that. But that's Biden. And Biden, I don't even think Biden knows what he's doing. Henceforth, the insanely hilarious headlines featuring Joe Biden over the 8 years of the Obama administration in The Onion, which were pure classic. I mean, my God, they were the best headlines. Joe teaches you, new flyer up on White House, bulletin board. It's Biden trying to teach guitar lessons to someone in the White House.
Barry's got to bail him out of jail again.
Barry's got to bail him out of jail. He sets up the smoke machine for the State of the Union. He's out. He decides to put a coat of polish on his Trans Am out in the White House front yard, and in a muscle tee, because he got to let the guns out for some sun.
Remember when he was hitchhiking to the DNC in 2012?
It was so well done. So I don't really have any doubt that he did it. But he's always done this. I don't think this is going to waver anyone's opinion of the guy. It's Biden. He still will probably be the front runner. He's probably not going to get that bad. It doesn't help that there are numerous pictures of, is it Flores? The woman who's accused him of this?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
There's numerous pictures of her trying to get selfies with him with her hands on his shoulders, which is also not good. Yeah. But I took the mentality of this, and I completely deflated them. They were so wanting me to, it's harmless contact, but, they did set themselves up, and I did get the shot in at the end, where I pointed out any person, there's nothing more hypocritical than anyone who supports Mr. Trump all of a sudden being outraged by questions of conduct towards women by a political candidate, and to which they immediately cut off my mic and went to break after that. But it's the truth. If you haven't had a problem with Trump, and if you at any point said when he did his grab him by the blank line on the bus and you defended it as locker room talk, you don't have any ability to criticize Joe Biden. And you don't. You can say, well, yes, I do. No, you don't. No. Anything you say, unless you can show me your criticism of Trump and his bad behavior, how many allegations of sexual misconduct does he have against him? We know he paid off a porn star. We know he had her roll up a copy of Forbes magazine and spank him with it, for God's sakes. We know this for a fact. We know he paid off Stormy Daniels and the McDonald's woman as well. He used the National Enquirer to shut her up as well. We know this. We know this. And if at no point were you ever bothered by any of that behavior, you forfeited the right to be outraged, because your outrage is bipolar. I was bothered by Trump. I am bothered by Biden. Henceforth, I'm not a massive freaking hypocrite. And so, I mean, if you're a Biden fan, and I like Joe Biden, I do. It's just, he's got to stop this stuff, man. Every woman is not his daughter to talk down to. And as my wife sort of said, she goes, it's just demeaning to walk into a business or walk into a place of employment. It's just demeaning to walk into a place like that and you know, all of a sudden have Biden, you know, putting his hands on you and, you know, kind of, hey, nice job there, little girl. Come on. What are you doing? Stop it. And I'm not saying it was sexual. I'm not. It just was creepy. So, but once again, note to them, the minute that they basically, I struck back at them, all of a sudden that interview had to end. All of a sudden, we got to go. I don't even know who the guy was. He was from Georgia, I think it was. He's a regular. I guess I've been on there now twice, so.
Hey, you're a regular too.
I guess that does. My bet is I'll be showing up more often than the Republicans, because there's a ton of Republican talk show hosts they can kind of pull in at any point. I don't know how many left-wing guys. And it's like Fugelsang says, he won't do it this way, where you can't see the camera. That John Fugelsang will not do the blind cut-in, where you can't see them, you're only listening to them on a phone line. He refuses to do that. So, I mean, if I'm willing to do it, I guess I'm going to be, it's going to be one of those things where I'll be, I'll be showing up more often than I like here. So 952-946-6205, 952-946-6205 is the phone number. It is April Fool's Day. I will say that I do find it interesting. First of all, okay, here's your April Fool's joke, all right? Get the phone number to the Minnesota Zoo, all right? All right, you ready for this?
Oh, I think I know which one you're going to go with here.
Just put down urgent call, put down the phone number, say, talk to Mr. Beaver. And just call this, they call this, I got an urgent call from Mr. Beaver. It's the Minnesota Zoo, sir. Mr. Beaver can't talk to you right now. There you go. I did do a April Fool's Day joke years ago on a radio station where I was the midday host and they had me fill in on the morning show. Funny story, I never stopped doing the morning show after that.
Ooh.
That was ugly. They basically said, we're going to have Matt just do it from here on out. All right, thanks. All right, so my bad. I felt bad about that. But you know, I will say this banned bill committee, Senate Committee on Banned Bills and the Senate Republicans obstructionism. If you didn't know, Matt Little, the senator, put forward a committee on bills the Republicans are refusing to even listen to. Even today, Paul Gazelka, the Shinebox Jr., as I like to refer to him now, Shinebox Jr. up in the Senate, he basically he's trying to say, if these gun bills are so important, then vote on the House floor and send them to us. And we promise a committee hearing. Yeah, they promised to bury them in Senate committees. So the Democrats are going to put them as part of a larger health and safety bill to try to get them passed because the Senate Republicans are refusing to even, give them the light of day. There was no companion bills. This is all just a bunch of, dog and pony show by Gazelka because there is no even companion bills in the Senate. So he was trying to basically kill those bills by getting the House to separate them out, vote on them, and then bury them in Senate committee so they couldn't be brought back up again. They decided that the House basically decided to put them in a large safety bill. But the Matt Little went out today and had a committee hearing. Ken Martin chimed in. I applaud Senate DFLers for continuing to call the attention of the bill Senate Republicans refuse to hear. As the only divided legislature in the country, the eyes of the nation are on Minnesota. In this time of extreme partisanship and polarization, we have a tremendous opportunity to set an example for the rest of America and prove our parties can work together for the common good. Unfortunately, Senate Republicans seem determined to let this opportunity pass us by. Time after time this session, Senate Republicans have refused to consider bills that are important to Minnesotans, whether it's creating emergency insulin fund, enacting paid family and medical leave, adding gender equality to the state constitution. They've proclaimed the policies and priorities that Governor Walz campaigned on and Minnesota's voted for, dead on arrival. This is all Paul Gazelka saying no, 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 no. And so I don't really have any problem with them do the dog and pony show on this committee to obstructionists, the Senate Committee on Banned Bills. But the reality is this is, just make sure that when election time comes, it's because the Republicans are refusing to do anything. The Republicans are refusing to do a damn thing. Jeff is in Minneapolis. Welcome on in, Jeff. Thanks for holding. I do appreciate it.
Thanks, Matt, and good day to you.
Yep.
I just wanted to make a brief comment. I actually met Joe Biden back when he was the vice president, when he visited the South High School football team. He just made a quick stop, and I thought that was quite very nice of him to do that. But I had an opportunity to talk to him a little bit, and I think he's a great man of character, and he's very sincere, for the middle class. I believe he is progressive in his views. And I told him my story, my journey with my late wife and going through cancer with her. And, he put his arm around me just as a father would and said, I've had cancer touch my life too. And it was quite touching. I think he's just an affectionate guy. I don't know, the specifics with this lady who's making the accusations, but, personally, I agree with you. We can put a president that pays off porn stars and a Supreme Court judge that's an accused rapist on, and nobody seems to care.
Well,
but I think Joe Biden's a great guy.
And once again, Jeff, this is, you want to know the reason why I go on Fox News? Am I going to change anyone's opinion? Well, one is the thought that actually Trump might actually see me. That, I swear to God, has crossed my mind more than once and said, the president of the United States might actually see me out here, and there might be a tweet as, who the heck is this guy? Love that. No, the reality is this. It's always easier to punch the guy sitting right next to you than to go up and challenge the guy across the hall who's actually doing more damage to you. I've seen it before. My God, do I get ripped apart harsher by liberals. I've always been ripped apart far harsher by liberals because it's easier to punch me than it is to go after the other side. I don't have any problem calling what Joe Biden does. And I think what he just said is exactly right. I think Biden just doesn't understand the boundaries of what's acceptable. I just don't think he does. I think that he thinks that, everyone's his child, like it's Close Encounters of the Third Kind, and he's Richard Dreyfuss, and all the little aliens are running around him, and he's, hello there, my children, hello. That's what I mean. Seriously, that's what I think Biden kind of thinks sometimes. Is it inappropriate? Yeah, you shouldn't be going up there and putting your hands on a colleague's shoulders and giving him a kiss on the back of the head. You shouldn't. But I don't think it's malicious. But I do know some people who, this is the hill I'm going to die on. And I mean, it's fine. If that's really what it is, if this is it, that's fine. But it's easier for you to punch Joe Biden than it is to go on out there and challenge the third of this country who thinks that grab them by the blank is an acceptable way to refer to any woman, and they'll defend it. And not only defend it, they'll make up their own shirt saying, grab me by the blank. And you're like, you guys are crazy. And yeah, you're right. Did I convince anyone to change parties yesterday when I went on Fox News? Of course not. But I'm not going to sit back and just allow these people to go unchallenged. And if I get, a 3-minute window on Fox News to go after a few conservatives, damn right I'm going to go do it.